Hey everyone, Pioneer Girl 08 here. So today we are playing with our teen Leslie and her younger sister Julianne. It was originally the Teen and Toddler Sis series, but yeah, as you can see, Julianne has aged up. So right now she is going to she's going to talk to Rainbow, find out what's wrong with Rainbow. I can't remember now if Rainbow's a boy or a girl, but anyway, she's going to play with talk to Rainbow, find out what's wrong, and brush her, pet her, give her some attention, things like that. And Leslie's over there taking a nap. So, and I've said this before, I end up with, when I'm doing my voiceover, I end up with the thing that tells me that I am recording being right in the middle of the screen, and unfortunately on my tablet I can't move it, so I'm kind of stuck. But yeah, so anyway, they're going to go over onto the couch, and Julianne's going to give Leslie some little cuddles and give her some attention. And I say her, like I said, I don't know if it's a boy or girl. I think it's a girl. I think Rainbow is a girl dog, but I don't know. I don't remember. And Leslie there is getting some much needed rest. Now that Julianne is a child now, she doesn't have to have quite so much to do with taking care of her. Julianne can pretty much take care of herself at this point. So yeah, and if you guys have a better name for the series right now, I'm just kind of going along with the Teen and Toddler Sis name that I had before, and I just changed it to Teen and Younger Sis. But if you have something that you want to suggest, feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will consider a name change. Also, for now, I haven't really been like forcing a good relationship upon them. I've just pretty much kind of been letting things flow. But I have done some friendly interactions, kind of having Julianne and Leslie and Julianne kind of talking to each other about like how their day is, how's things like that, how's school going, things like that. Not really like pushing anything, but just kind of having things be somewhat friendly. And if you've got any thoughts as to what direction their relationship should be in terms of older and younger sister. I mean, are they like, are they close because they're pretty much all that each other's got? We don't know what happened to the parents. It's never discussed in any of the gameplay, but their parents, something's happened to them, and so as you know, if you've watched my previous episodes, Leslie is taking care of Julianne since she was a toddler, and so I've kind of, are we kind of going along the lines of like they're really close because that's anyway, yeah, I can't think of what I want to say, but anyway, they're like really close. Or do we go another route? I mean, right now they're kind of friends. They're kind of going down the friendly route. But do we go down a different route and maybe have them be not so close, or at least maybe Leslie is a little bit on the resentful side? I mean, I have to work at it to kind of change the relationship because I've been, like I said, it's been kind of friendly at the moment. But could there be some deep-seated what's what I'm looking for? Deep-seated resentment because she did have to take care of her sister instead of being able to, being able to have fun and do things. Like she couldn't even get a part-time job for herself. Leslie couldn't even get a part-time job because, as I said in my last episode, she was only allowed to like go to school, and so Julianne would go to daycare while she was in school, but then once school was over she had to pick up her toddler and had to come home and had to take care of her and take care of the house. So like she was trying to make money, just trying to write some little short stories and stuff, and that was her only money making ability. So is she maybe resentful that she couldn't like get a part-time job and spend that money on herself, and she couldn't like my brain is like freaking out here. She couldn't like go out and have fun with her friends and things like that. Not that I really ever do much in the way of traveling with my Sims, but let's just say that, she couldn't go out and have fun with the other Sims. She couldn't get a part-time job and spend that money on herself. So maybe there's some resentment of that. I don't know. And maybe also on Julianne's side, maybe she's like, maybe when she was younger, okay, she did what her sister told her to because, it's big sis and she's, she loves her big sister and she's enamored by her, but now she's more of a child and she's getting older and it's like, well, you're not the boss of me. You're not my mother. I don't know. Maybe we go down that route. You're not my mom. Maybe she's, kind of going down that road of she's becoming a little bit, not majorly so, but maybe a little bit rebellious and kind of like, realizing, like maybe she did what her big sister said because she was, like I said, enamored of her big sister. She loves her big sister and she wants to be just like her, but now that she's older and kind of having her own mind, she's like, well, why are you telling me what to do? You're not my boss. You're not my mother. And maybe she's, maybe even though she didn't really know her parents all that well, maybe she's resentful that her parents died when she was young. I mean, she's not like necessarily mad at anybody, but she's resentful that she lost her parents when she was like a toddler, even though she didn't really know them, so she doesn't know why she's upset. But maybe, but yeah, that's a whole nother route that we could go with the game. We could either go the friendly route, they're really close because all they have is each other, or maybe there's a little bit of resentment. And that doesn't mean they have to be enemies and hate each other, but maybe there's just that little bit of resentment between the two of them, even though they do kind of like try to make things work out. But yeah. Also, anyway, going on from there. Another thing I'm working on is to create a little family right next door to the McDonald's. That's this family here, Leslie and Julianne McDonald's. But anyway, right next door to them, I am creating another house, and I'm going to be moving a sim in there that is going to have 2 children. I haven't really kind of worked out all the stuff with that particular family, but anyway, they're going to have 2 sims. One of them is going to be a teen. Either a teen or I'd have to look at how old Leslie is and see how close she is to aging up. It'll be either a teen or probably a young adult. I'm thinking I'm going to do a young adult because I think I don't know because I didn't look, but I think that Leslie is going to be aging up before too long. I think she's still got a few days, but she's going to be aging up before too long. So I'm thinking I'll make the older of the children, of the quote children, as my son would say, quote, will be a young adult so that they're kind of close in age. And then the other one will be a child because I just aged Julianne up just like in the last episode, I think it was, I aged her up. So she is going to, the younger child will be like a child as well, like Julianne. So another thought, going along those lines, another thought would be to make the young adult sim, make the young adult sim, maybe make that one a male sim. So that way Julianne will be able to have a romantic interest. Now, of course, they can't really do anything well. If I create a young adult in that family, then Leslie can't really have a romantic there can't be really a romantic interest between Leslie and a young adult, in a young adult sim, but maybe we can like go in that direction. So I haven't decided yet. I don't know if I should do like have 2 girls in that house, and both of those are friends with the McDonald's here, or if I make the older of the two younger sims a male, and then Leslie would have a romantic interest. So that's another. I know I keep throwing out all these ideas and stuff, but yeah, I can go either way with that one, and yeah. So let me know what you think in the comments if you like the idea of just having them have friends that live next door to them. They just moved in, so now they've got some new friends. Now they've got 2 new friends. Well, 2 friends to begin with, because they don't really have any other friends anyway, or if you want there to be a romantic interest for Leslie. So I think that's pretty much what I've got going on in this save file. Not a whole lot going on. Mostly I've been concentrating on the McDonald family. And I'm looking here, Leslie right now is just picked up Rainbow, and she has now given him some hugs and some cuddles and taking care of him and all that. And I want to say Julianne just got finished with some homework. I think I had her, oh no, she's she's just sitting down to do her homework. I lost track of what Julianne was doing. She just sat down to work on her homework, and so I don't remember. To be honest, I was like, I've completely forgotten what I did in the last episode. I should know it's my own game, and I can't remember what I did in the last episode. I don't know if Julianne's gone. No, I think Julianne has gone to school. I think she did go to school already. I think in the last episode, I think she aged up in the episode before that, maybe. I'm not sure. And then she went to school in the last episode. And I've got Leslie doing, I think I had Leslie like working on a book. Poor Leslie, she hardly ever gets anywhere with, her writing, because she's always so exhausted, or her funds are really low. And so I try to get her to do some writing, and then she doesn't really want to do it for more than a few minutes before she's got other things to take care of. So she hardly ever. So I'm constantly having to resume writing on whatever book she's working on. Poor girl, she can never get the book written. I think in fact, I don't even know if I managed to get it done in this episode. The book that she's currently working on. I think she ends up having to quit writing before she finishes. So yeah, I'm going to have Leslie come over here and talk to Julianne and ask her about her day and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to. I think Julianne is kind of in a little bit of a mood here. If I remember, I'm not sure. But I think Leslie was in a little bit of a mood, and so yeah, she's really tense, and so. Julianne is really tense. Now she's happy, but she was tense a minute ago. So Leslie was going to come over here and, talk to her, ask her about her day. And I think I have them here in a little bit. It took me a minute to try to get this going because they were both kind of wanting to do different things, and then I would, one of them would have to do something. I'd get one of them to watch TV, and I'd try to get the other one to come over, but they needed to finish what they were doing, or their needs would go down. And then as soon as I got that done, the other son was done watching, and so they wanted to get up and leave. I finally managed to get them to where they're both, in a little bit here, they're both going to sit down and watch TV. It takes a little bit because Leslie had to go eat, and because I think she goes to get some. I think she went to go do something in the kitchen, go get some food or something. I don't remember, but anyway, she's going to go fix the computer because the computer broke, and she really needs that computer for work. For her writing. That's how she makes money for the house for now. So she had to go fix the computer real quick, and as you can see, Julianne, who was watching TV, just went off to do something else, and so on and so forth. But if I remember correctly, in a little bit here, they will both be sitting and watching TV together. A cute little thing. They're going to watch some TV together, spend some time together, and all that. So I did, when I was editing this video, I did cut out like parts of it that were kind of like, there's a couple of parts where I kind of stopped in the middle of the game to do some build stuff, because I realized that I still had like the potty, I still had the high chair in there, and I think the potty chair might have been another one, so I kind of cut that out because there really wasn't anything going on. Like I was like taking a few minutes to remove the some of the toddler items that were no longer needed, and then putting in stuff that was needed. So I cut that out, and then I also did a super fast forward on like the parts when they're asleep, or like there's another one where Leslie's on the computer and Julianne wasn't really doing anything. I kind of did a sped through the recording on that one to make the video a little bit shorter. So it might there might be some parts in here where it kind of jumps a little bit or something. That would be why. Anyway, there they are. They're finally watching TV. I don't know what channel I'm having them watch. They're just watching whatever channel that showed up, that happened to come up. So they're going to watch some TV, and then I'm going to have them do. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have her do some cooking with Julianne. Julianne is older now. She's able to help out more in the kitchen, so they're going to do some cooking. Of course, I don't think Julianne can't do her own cooking, unfortunately, as far as cooking for anybody, but she can help Leslie and learn how to cook a little bit. You know, if it isn't there already, and I don't know, I've never explored this. What would be super cute for the kids, because I know like they don't get the cooking skill, they can't like cook on their own. They can get leftovers or they can get other things out of the fridge, but they can't actually like cook themselves. But I think it would be super cute if whenever you had like a child sim cooking with like an older sim, you know, a teen or a young adult or an adult or whatever, if they could maybe get some sort of thing that would allow them to maybe get a boost in their cooking, like not necessarily like boost them up to a high level of cooking, but maybe like start, you know, maybe depending on how much cooking they did, maybe they could like get boosted up so that they like start off with like a level 1 cooking skill right off the bat. And I don't know how that would work, but I think it would be super cute if they got kind of a little bit of a not just a mood buff, but like an actual like transition of skills. Like they learned how to cook when they were kids by cooking with their parents or their you know, or older family members, and so then when they reach teenhood, they actually start off and, you know, with like they're already got a level 1 cooking skill like right off the bat. And maybe like they have to do a couple of times of cooking, maybe not just like once, but they have to do a couple times of a cooking with another sim, and then if they do so many of those, and it doesn't have to be a high number, but they do so many cooking transactions with another sim, and then when they become a teen, they automatically would get, like when you go to their skills, it would show like cooking level 1 instead of like no cooking skill. Because like right now, I think if you age from like a child to a teen and then you go to their skills, there's no cooking skill until they actually like go and try to cook something on the stove. So maybe like they would get like a cooking 1 skill, like right off the bat. As soon as they aged up, you would see cooking 1. Anyway, that's I'm rambling on, but that's my thoughts. And I think that would be a super cute little thing, you know, just like in like real life. I mean, you know, when you know, if you cooked with your parents or your grandparents, you learn a lot about cooking just from, you know, watching, just from cooking with them from when you're a kid. You know, I didn't just like suddenly become I didn't learn a whole lot about cooking growing up, but you know, you don't just suddenly become a teen and that's the first time you ever like set foot in a kitchen. I mean, you may not know a lot about cooking. You may, you know, depending on how much cooking you did. Sorry, I'm rambling on and I am talking super fast. I'm trying not to do that. You know, depending on how much experience you had, you know, in the kitchen with your parents or whatever, is going to determine how much cooking skill you have as an adult. But you're going to have at least some understanding of how a kitchen works and how to do certain things just from, you know, watching your parents cook. So I think it would be more fun and realistic. Anyway, I'll shut up about that. I've rambled on long enough about that. So they did their cooking, and for the life of me, I don't even remember. I'm sitting here looking at the screen, and I literally don't even remember what I had them make. I think it was a fish dinner. So they are going to sit down, and they are going to eat together and chit-chat and things like that. Apparently something stinks. I don't know. I think Julianne needs a shower. I think might be part of the problem, but I don't. Yeah. But they're going to have a nice little conversation at the lunch table. It's Sunday currently right now in the game, so they are having lunch, and then I think shortly after this I am going to so anyway, I talked too long. So anyway, you guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe, and have a wonderful day, and we'll catch y'all later. Goodbye.